it's me, Liz Yuille. How are you all today? Let's see if things have gone live. Have I gone live? It's live in front of me. Is it live here? Let's see. Yes, I have had an email to say I am live. Hello, everyone. A little bit more with it today. A little bit more with it. Still a little jet lagged, but better. And it's September, and what an exciting September it is. So, bit of housekeeping first of all. So I am Liz from Old Stables Crafts. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the UK, working across the UK, France, Germany, Austria and the Netherlands, soon to include Belgium and the Republic of Ireland from the 4th of October. Woohoo! Hello, Judith. So yes, very excited. We're going to get 2 new countries joining the Stampin' Up! Europe family. Hello, Inika. Thank you for saying hello to Liz and the Lizettes. Hello, Claire. Hello, Sherry from Oregon. Going to be hot with you today, is it? Okay. Yes, Inika is proud to be a sparkling sunflower. She joined at the very end of Celebration, so I am thrilled to welcome her. So yes. So it's not going to be hot here, Sherry. It's going to be miserable. We have had a little bit of rain. I mean, only enough to make things dirty. Hello, Joanna. So September in Stampin' Up! World is busy. It's the last month of our year. We run from the 1st of October to the 30th of September each year. So it is a busy, busy month. We've just launched the weekly deals. Let me bring those up now. Let it be said that the weekly deals may not be the same in every territory. Hello, Val. Hello, B. So just caveat there, because they wanted to make sure that there was going to be enough inventory in each of the territories. So if you go to your Stampin' Up! Website, as in the shop, you will find under specials there is a thing called September Weekly Deals. They run from Thursday to the following Wednesday or while stocks last. So we have got in Europe the craft note cards and envelopes, and they're the ones that come with the box that you can make to store your cards in or to gift your cards. Let me just say hello to a few more people. Hello, Priscilla. Hello. Oh, I've said hello to Inika. It's 25 degrees and sunny with you in the Netherlands. Not with us. You could do with some rain because some of your state has on fire. Oh, no, I'm so sorry, Sherry. Frankly, we could do with some rain and some of our country has been on fire. So, yes. Hello, Mary from the Netherlands. Hello, Carol from Port Townsend, Washington State. Hello, Lorna, who is in Cheshire. I know that because she's on my team, as is Belinda. So let me so we are on. Hello, Gwen from North Carolina. So, as I say, Europe, craft note cards and envelopes. The Splendid Day 12 by 12 designer series paper. That's that gorgeous foiled paper. Brushed brass butterfly, so try saying that quickly. Classic matte dots, brushed metallic adhesive back dots, the craft 6x6 paper, the Summer Shadows dies, which I thought I had lost, and it wasn't until I went through my retired items that I found them. Go figure. The craft gift boxes, which were one of the items that was a Celebration item in the last month or so. So those are now on discount. The round and square brads, the Snowfall Accents puff paint, which I will be using today, the linen 12 by 12 paper, and the pale papaya open weave ribbon. These are all things that will be fan-dabby-dozy for autumn crafting. So where are we? Hello, Audrey. Yes, Inika, we've got a drought as well, hosepipe ban and all that. So we've got young trees out on the track opposite us. They need to be watered or kept reasonably well watered for the first 2 years. They're 1 year old, or in fact not even that. So yesterday hubby and I were hauling buckets of water. It was such fun. You should say good morning, good afternoon and good evening, B. We've got people from pretty much everywhere. So Mary and Inika are talking about where they are in the Netherlands, which is amazing. I love this community. So we've got the weekly deals. So those 12 items will be available while stocks last, or until Wednesday, late Wednesday next week. So that's one thing. We've got the perfect partners, which I will be showing you in a minute because I'm going to be using one of those today. Plus, for those of you who are in the UK and Europe, I have got my own September specials because I am still aiming for Norway. I'm getting closer. It's slowly creeping, but I need a little bit of help. So for if you place an order of £45 or €50, you will in October, you will get a Caroling Mouse stamp set from me, free, as your, that's if you use the host code. I'm just trying to look up the inventory status report to see if we've got any issues with the weekly deals. So that's for a £45 order. For a £50 order, or the equivalent in euros, and I can't remember what that was now, I want to say 60, but I may be wrong, maybe 65. No, it's 65. So it's 60 for the host code. It's 65 for the other two deals, which are for €50. 65 euros or £50. You get an entry into a draw for a full-size cut and emboss machine. And that's for every £50 you spend. Then you also get, for a £50 spend, this one is per order. You get a free mystery goodie bag, which will have an item in it that is retired. Most of the retired items will be past, not the one we just had, but previous past Celebration. But not all of them, because I have some unused stamp sets that aren't Celebration, and there's paper and all sorts. So that's while stocks last, and it's one per order. The draw for the stamp and cut and emboss machine is per £50. Hello, Karen. So having said all that, you're probably all half asleep, and I don't blame you. If you're watching live, obviously we can chat, which is great. Love chatting with people. If you're watching on replay, by all means ask a question below the description bar and I will get back to you as soon as I can. So let's now flip down and talk about perfect partners. As I say, I'm using Waterfall Canyon today, but I just want to go through the other dies that we have got. So we've got Yeti dies. These are still in their cellophane wrappers. So these are the Yeti dies, which go with the Yeti party in the current mini. So all sorts of useful dies. Let me grab my thing. So you can get these as a bundle as well as individually. So if you do not yet have the Yeti 2 Party on page 38, you can get it as a bundle, and the details again are on the shop website. So you've got a die for obviously the Yeti, for the mountains. This is just a die. You've got the bunting, the snowflake, the birdie, top of the mountain. Now that is that's his arm. Ooh, so you can have something tucked under his arm. Whoa, like that. Parcels, the heart, the ice cream. Not quite everything, but jolly close to everything. Not the Christmas tree, but other than that, pretty much everything. Yep, the hot mug, the hot drink. So that's the Yeti party. I won't go through the stamp sets for all of them, but I will. Hello, Jane from Michigan. I second that, Inika. I hope the fires are a long way south of you, Sherry. So this is Playful Piggy. So this is the birthday pig. I want to say it's the birthday pig, which is in the annual catalogue. This is a big die set. So demonstrators have been able to order these for a month now. Again, these are while stocks last. So we've got a little truck. That would be great for Christmas if you're in the States, because I know you do the red cart. I think I'm right. Grass, pigs, bows, sprinkles, all sorts. More bunting. So that's that. Then we have the apple blossom dies, which I have shown you already. I did a Simple Stamping Saturday with the apple blossom dies. Again, masses of extra dies. So we've got the three main images, plus we've got this lovely scallop. We've got a label, leaves, flowers, branches, all sorts. So that's the apple blossom. Trimming the trees is in the annual catalogue. It's one of the Christmas sets in the annual catalogue. Red wagon, thank you, Priscilla. I knew it was a red something. But yeah, I think it's going to be very useful for that. So don't think of it as just being for the pigs. If you have the pigs, obviously, you know, you can use it. You can use the others for that. But if you have the pigs and want to get more use out of your dies, so this is the one of the Christmas sets that's in the annual catalogue, and again, lots of extra bits as well as decorations, labels, those sorts of things. These die sets are rammed with dies. I mean, they are amazing. Fresh cut stems, again, I have used. And this goes with the annual catalogue. And again, we've got this lovely border and extra bits. So, and that goes with, I think, fresh cut flowers. But that's an annual. So, Waterfall Canyon. Here's an admission. Wasn't going to buy it. Got it now. And most of the reason I've got it is because now we've got dies. And it's a huge die set. I mean, look at them all. So we have dies for the big waterfall, the sides, the trees, the bridge, the clouds, these bits, these hill bits, plus we've got extra leaves, flowers, grass, plants, birds, the works. It is huge. Now, the only thing I don't know is what that one does. Haven't got a clue. If someone could tell me, that would be jolly helpful, because I have no idea what it does. I've die cut it and looked at it and gone, still don't know what it is. It may be a dam. That's the only thing I can think of. Hello, Nora. So, I have done some die cutting, but I haven't done anything other than some die cutting. I'm going to be using, so the stamp set are reversibles. I'm not going to be doing much in the reversible range, but these are reversible, which does mean that you need to prep both sides of your stamp before you use them. I'm not going to worry because I'm only going to be using D block. No, I'm only going to be using the pattern side. It's using E block, I think. So reversibles are very thick. They're a lot thicker than. Hello, Marlene from Wisconsin. they're a lot thicker than the normal, or they appear thicker than the normal photopolymer. I think they are as well. And the idea is that you can use either side. So you can stamp your background and your detail using the same stamp. I will show you on one of the other stamps momentarily. So, as ever, I'm going to prep my stamp by giving it a key. I've got Pool Party paper and Pool Party ink. And I'm going to ink up my stamp. Now this obviously is the waterfall bit of Waterfall Canyon. I'm not too worried if it's not a fantastic stamped image. I would like it to be a fantastic stamped image. Oh, I've just seen big grey clouds. Maybe they'll head our way. Ooh, like that. So that's my waterfall. I'm going to do that twice, and I'm actually casing an image that is on the website. And I'm going to do it as a long narrow card. So on slimline, that's the word. So just so you know, so that's 2 waterfalls. Don't need that anymore. What I do need is my stamp cleaner, which I have been using today, so hopefully it is still covered in stamp cleaner. And it is. Now I will be using some of that puff paint on my clouds. Right, so that's the only one of those I need. I'm going to do one of each of the sides of the, I say one of each, I might be doing more than one of each. No, I'm going to be doing quite a lot of these. There's going to be quite a lot of die cutting that I haven't yet done, but I will grab my large cut and emboss. So I need crumb cake. I might need more than that. So again, I'm going to prep by... I know, Sherry, it's just suddenly the waterfall comes into its own with the dies. Right, crumb cake on crumb cake, and I think I need 4 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 4 of each, because I am literally copying what's on the website. Now it doesn't matter how I stamp them because they're going to be die cut, other than it would make sense if I did opposites next to each other, so that, I don't think I prepared that stamp, so that I can use both. Ooh, that's too close. In which case, let's do... Will that fit? No. Okay, I may not be able to do that as one pass. I might have to just turn it over and do it again. Because what I'm trying to do is reduce the number of passes through the cut and emboss. So if you're trying to do that, you want to have your stamped images reasonably far apart, so that you can use 2 dies next to each other. So it's not these individual, it's these as a pair that I'm trying to keep apart. And I think I will just turn that over and do one at this end and one at the other end. Right, so that's those. Then what else do I need to stamp? I need some stones, so I'm going to use smoky slate for my pebbles / stones. That should be fine, and that's these. I could probably use a C block, but I'm going to use this instead. And that, I think, is all the stamping I need to do. Oh no, and the bridge, which is also in smoky slate. I think we only need one of those. I think it's only one. I'll do two just in case I need a second one. And then I need the bridge. Let's flip back so I can see if anyone's saying anything. No. Right, that can definitely go on my B block. Didn't prep it. Didn't get away with it. Got away with it. Right, okay, so now we're going to do lots and lots of, except I did just want to show you. So let's use one of these trees. Actually, I will use that one. These ones don't marry up exactly. So let's do the right side first. And I'm going to go mossy meadow for the foreground and old olive for the background. Now the only thing you do need to remember, I need to re-ink my old olive is what I need to remember, is that you do need to clean your stamp. That's old olive, mossy meadow, that's definitely need to re-ink that. Let me just see if I can get it darker. That's better. If I put that in so it's slightly peeking out, I will remember to redo it. Right, so before I use this as a reversible, I need to just clean it. Because otherwise you've got ink on your stamp that isn't going to stick to your block. Now you do need to remember that this is not going to marry up completely, so I'm actually going to stamp off because this is quite dark, so that goes there, and then you can put that there, and now that we've got the dies we can actually die cut the die. See what I mean? So we've filled in the background so we can then just run it through the die cutter. Some shapes work better than others on reversibles, but the idea is that they are not meant to be perfect. So we are not heading for perfection. If you could see the amount of stuff I have got piled up now. Right, let's see how many of these I can get through in one pass. I need that and those. So, base plate number 2, number 3, wrong way up. Ooh, that's bending. Definitely wrong way up. Need to flatten that out. Right, so I can definitely get a couple of these on. Is that one? No, that's that one. It is that one. Right, so let's do... Can you see? Not really. Thank you, Priscilla. Hope it helps. I think reversibles are sort of one of those things people either really, really like or don't quite get on with. Or is that just me? Some of them are better than others. All the trees, if that's what it's called, that I love. Right, can I get one of these on? Yes. Okay, I think I won't push my luck. I'll just do... This is where, if we still had the magnetic base plate, cutting plate, I would use it. I do still have the magnetic cutting plate, but I won't use it on camera because nobody can buy it. But it was lovely. Oh, that'll be my pot of bits falling over. So, first waterfall, first sides. Just trying to get things a bit smaller for the second pass. We've got to do 4 lots of these cliffs, so there's plenty of time to add extra bits in. Wish I could visualise these a bit better, that's it. And I know I'm off camera with this, but it's not the most exciting bit of the afternoon. So while I'm doing all this die cutting, do remember that if you don't already follow me on Instagram, I am doing extra stuff on Instagram. Sorry, I just noticed Inika's. Inika has the magnetic base plate. It isn't split and nobody sees me, so I use it all the time. Yeah, it is sad for Stamping Up because they were trying so hard. Interestingly, that may be the wrong word, when we had our massive heat wave, my dies sit on a cabinet in my craft room that faces southwest. And when we had that really, really hot weather, my magnetic base plate, which had split by that stage, and I did work out what the problem was. It's if you have the dies too close to the edge. So if you had the dies way over there, it split, it lifted because you were putting pressure on the edge of the plate. However, having it in 45-degree heat, which is about what it was in my, 40-degree heat in my studio, that also did quite nicely on lifting everything. Basically the glue just melted. So I would imagine that anyone who is in a hotter climate than we have in the UK probably would have had a problem with that anyway, regardless of the issue with it splitting in ordinary temperatures. So I'm just trying to get my pebbles up. Pebbles. I might do both of the pebbles, and I still have to do one pass, and the bridge. Sorry, again, it's off camera. I do apologise. So yes, I am doing reels and stuff over on Instagram. So if you want to laugh, because some of them are, oh, that's moved. I'm going to come back because I do actually want my pebbles to be in the right place. Right, don't need those two anymore. Let's put these in the middle. Actually, I do need those two again. I'll do these and then I'll bring in the sides again. Sometimes I do find that long thin dies move a little if you have too many dies on your cutting plate. So that's my pebbles. That can go in the bin, that can go in the bin. Don't need that anymore. That's my bridge. So I need my last set of sides. And where's my pebbles gone? I had a spare set of pebbles. Where have they gone? Oh, there they are. Couldn't see them for looking. So I'm going to try it this way this time. Hopefully that won't move. So I'm doing it horizontally rather than vertically. And I've just about worked out which die goes on which side of the mountains. Now, there is the whole issue of, do you want this to be a really expensive card to send or not? And I'm not going to go for a huge amount. Why have I dropped out? Right, have you all lost me? Because I've just realised that there was a streaming issue. Phew! That's good. Sorry about that. Suddenly I looked up and suddenly I realised there was an issue. I was in a bit of a panic because it said you need to start your streaming software again, and it hadn't stopped. Anyway, you didn't miss much. All you missed was me die cutting. So just as well, there wasn't anything more exciting going on. I think I might allow myself a new cutting plate. Right. Okay, I'll sort out the dies later. So we have all these bits, plus we have bits I've already die cut. Now I do need just to reference again. Right, so I need a white layer. So I have already I have already cut my card, and I've got an envelope, but I need, I've got a piece out. I need to cut a layer to put this on. So this is actually not long enough. So if you're International A4, you can either just use the width, which is this, or you can cut it at 8.5, your card at 8.5 inches. You don't lose a huge amount. This is basically 8.25 inches, so you're adding an extra 1/4 of an inch. If you're in North America, you want to use your width. Then this, let me just double check, is 7 1/8 of an inch. And that then gives me, and then it's scored in the middle at 3 9/16. That then gives you this width on your card, on your envelope. And I am going to need a piece of white to go on before I start. So my white is going to be, I said 3 9/8. Did I say score at 3 9/8? Yes. So this is 3.5. No, not 9/8. 9/16. So this is 3.5 or 4/8, and it would needed 1 more 16th. So 9/16. Yep. So I want to take 1/8 off my card. So if I've had 9/16, I want to come back 1/8. So that is 7/16. Are you keeping up with me? And then this, I want to take 1/8 of an inch off the end. And I'm going to use these measurements here. And that should then give me a very narrow, might actually have to take another 1/8 off because that may be too narrow, but that should give me a layer with a very narrow, no, that'll do. So it's giving me a very narrow mat. And you need the same for the inside. I'm going to be concentrating on the data connection now, aren't I? Fortunately, at the moment it says excellent condition. I have no idea why it fell out. Right, so this is what I'm going to be building on. But the first thing I want to do is to make my clouds, because that's the last sort of construction bit that I need to do. So I need this, my clouds. You can stamp your clouds, but I've got the Snowfall Accents paint, which is one of the items that in Europe is currently on offer in a weekly deal, and I'm going to just splodge a bit on to make some fluffy clouds. Now obviously this is meant to be for snow, but who says it has to be for snow? The thing with this snowfall is that it is going to puff up. It's going to puff up quite a lot. So what you want to do is put on a reasonable amount, but don't go mad. But if you don't put on enough, it's not going to puff up. I'm just moving that because I'm going to need to hold that one down while I puff it, and then hold the other one down while I puff it. In fact, I might do this one first because it's nearer. So I need to heat my heat tool. Hold that down and blast. And a bit like embossing powder, it does suddenly go. So that's one. I'll pick it up in a minute when it's not hot. Right, noise over. So let's pick this one up first. So let me, can you see that's got all puffy? So it's like a puffy white cloud. So there we are, that's both of them. Now, if I was doing this in the privacy of my own home without an audience, I would probably have spread that out a bit more, but for speed and things. Now, it will potentially squash in an envelope, so just be careful. But this has just short of 30 millilitres. That's a lot of puff. So if you want snow scenes, you're good to go. Right, so I've got my puffy clouds. Now, we need to build from almost from the back up. So I'm going to have a waterfall there, and that one's going to be behind. So this is going to be hidden, or I may even cut it away. So I need. So this is going to go behind, and this is going. So let's actually sort out my lefts and my rights, so that I've got all of the same together. I can't decide which way up to put them. I think they're meant to be that way. Yes, they are. So that's that way, and that's that way. So that's those. I've got my bridge, which needs to go on. I've got pebbles, not all of which necessarily will end up on. And then I've got bits to pop onto the backs of my things. So, let me just find you guys again. There we go. Right. Okay, so this we want behind there. It is actually a bit wide. Sorry, I've got stuff under my fingernail and that irritates me. So I'm actually going to squish these in a bit further because I want them to be on the card. I don't have a huge amount of space left for anything else. Just saying. So let's pop those down first. Let me get rid of that. Let me find my glue. And it really doesn't matter if these are lined up or not, because no one is to say that each side of the waterfall is going to be the same height. So please don't transfix on getting them lined up. I'm going to deliberately not line them all up, just for realisticness. Oh, except I should probably have popped these behind, but that's fine. So, still a bit of, yep. So I can just add there. So I'm going to learn from my mistake, not put adhesive all the way to the top. So that I can tuck things underneath. Come on. I will pull you up. Actually, what I can do is that. Brenton's in the room. Hello, Brenton. We're playing with the waterfall dies, as you will have probably noticed. So I do need to add some bits in as we kind of vaguely go along, but we're all right at the moment. So that's going to be covered with that. Might come up a wee bit. We're going to have a bridge here, and then this I'm going to chop off because I don't need that bit at the top. So let's chop that like that because it's going to get covered anyway. So we'll have that. May even take a bit more off. So that's going to go there. And again, we're going to have these bits coming in at the side, but underneath the waterfall. Like that. Same on this side again. I'm going to chop that bit off. Don't need to make life harder than we have to. And the last. Right, okay, so I am going to have grass. Now these do actually line up, just saying, they line up with their respective die cut, which is pretty fan-dabby-dozy. So I'm going to have grass. I want the grass actually, I might have the grass even nearer the front. The grass is pretty large by scale, so I think I'm going to have the grass right at the front because this is pretty big grass. I would like that to go either right up against or just slightly underneath. Right up against is fine. Now you could make life slightly easier for yourself by using adhesive sheet, but you know, why make life easy when you're on a live stream? when you can make life difficult for yourself. And again, these will line up with their right side. So let's get all of the right sides on the right side and all of the wrong sides on the wrong side. So I've done 3 of each of these. And these just lie on top. Now you can push out those little bits. I'm not going to bother because otherwise it is going to rather be like watching paint dry for you. And then we've got trees to put in, we've got the clouds, all sorts of bits, and obviously the waterfall itself. Actually, let's put all of one side on and then we can put all of the other side on. Yes, the grass is rather large, which is why I've got it right at the front, so that at least it's at the biggest point, but the grass is big, you're right. On the website they've got it right at the back, so it's less grass and more, I guess, bamboo. I suppose we could say it's bamboo, which is meant to be big, or some dreadful weed. In fact, I could just add, let's make life slightly easier for myself and put the glue there. That's a whole lot easier. Just remember it doesn't go all the way to the end. Right, so we've got two little bits of trees. Do we have a right edge and a wrong edge? Not really. Nope, they are just trees. Okay, we'll have those ones right up at the top. Tuck them under a little bit. Oh, straight would be good, wouldn't it? Let's have straightish trees, shall we, rather than ones that are at an alarming angle. Ones are at a very alarming angle. Then we've got individual trees. These actually die cut in one, but they come out as 3 separate trees. And I've used pear pizzazz and old olive as my greens, just in case you want to know. And then garden green for the trees on the horizon. Then we've just got water and rocks and clouds, and we are done. Now obviously you can build a sun if you want a sun. So rocks come in front. Let's do, ooh, that needs to go up a bit. That needs to go up quite a bit. Okay, so that's going there. We need more water down here somehow. Probably the bits I cut off is what we need. I'm going to stamp that again, and I will just fussy cut it because it'll be quicker, frankly. So, of course, that's the one stamp I've put away. Got the ink. But we need more water here. Let's do 2 bits just in case. Right. See you soon. Oh, thank you, Lorna. Yes, thumbs up is good. See you soon, Inika. I will get your joining pack in the post to you hopefully later this week. We've had postal strikes, so it's all been a bit... This is just to prove that you can actually fussy cut this. Hello, Texas. Now I'm trying to work out how I would say your name. Lenexa? Don't know. Anyway, hello and welcome from Kansas. So these are just going to be filler bits. Because I feel we need filler bits. They had boulders on the picture on the website. I think they probably used bits of the Waterfall die for those. I don't know, but there isn't a boulder die other than the ones I've got cut out. They may have just course fussy cut them. So that goes there. This goes in there and down a bit. Let's smooth that off. That goes in there. Actually, no, it goes up a bit, but we're going to have the bridge. We're going to have the bridge there. We're going to need something to go here, I think. Might have to use some boulders. Right, so this I am going to put on dots at the top. Not dots, dimensionals, that's the word I'm looking for. And then I'm just going to put glue at the bottom. So that's going to go in there. Like that. Trees. Let's pull one of those trees out and pop it in there. And we'll take that one out and pop it in there. That will cover that up nicely. I will need to get rid of that glue, but that's fine. We're going to have the bridge here. Just there. Which I'm just going to pop some glue and a mini glue dot at each end. So as you can see, this is not a project that is going to be quick to make. That is not to say it isn't worth making, because I think it is. So that goes there, which helps cover up some of the sticky anyway. And again, I'm going to have this coming out at the top. Just one, I think, this time. I'm not actually going to stick the bottom down just yet. Because I want to tuck these bits in underneath. I'll have that one there. Don't mind it coming off, I can trim that down. And we'll have that coming in there. And again, I can have that trimmed off. Squirt some glue underneath and stick. Glue and stick. Glue and stick, and I know it's doing weird things there, but we'll deal with some of that. and we have still got the clouds to go on. So we'll have that there. That's going to be harder to cover up. I'm not going to bother covering that bit up actually. That bit's okay there. Might have to add some more glue underneath some of these bits later on. Don't you love me just busking this? Whoops, that stuck to me, not the background. Thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Now, I did see, and I might make this a top tip, I did see someone who said if you wanted something to look like it's die cut, not cut, just rub a ball end around the cut edge and you'd be surprised how good it looks. So that might end up as a top tip on a Tuesday. So let's have that there. That bit I'm going to tuck in under there. And then this, can go in there. Let's lift that bit up. I know this is still a bit weird. That is probably where I will put a sentiment, because it's going to need a sentiment. There are no sentiments in this set, so you can add whatever sentiment you want and put it wherever is helpful. So we'll have our clouds scudding across the sky. Too much glue, it can squish out, but never mind. So that one there. Right, card. So I'm going to pop this onto the card before I trim anything, because I can then trim to the card front. So it's only going to be this side actually that's going to need trimming. Normally I don't use liquid adhesive if I've got a white card front, but it's mostly covered, and I do find that if I put it on the card base rather than the white card, it is less likely to show through. Oh, I've got another bit of boulder I can use. Ooh, another bit of boulder. Yes. Another bit of boulder. Right, so and just trim anything that is proud of the edge off. As I said, you will need a liner unless you're comfortable writing on Pool Party, which some people may. So there we go. And as I say, I would put a sentiment probably here because this is a little strange, but other than that, that's where we are. one Waterfall Canyon. I think it is something, bear in mind this is the first time I've opened it, I think it is something that you probably need to play with a bit before you do a live video. Just saying, just a thought. But I quite like it. And actually, here's a thought. We can add a bit of clear wink of Stella, especially where there's going to be a pool of sploshy splosh. I do like a bit of clear wink of Stella. So here there is going to be, you know, stuff going on, and then we can come across, rather than these lines which are going down, we can come across, which will be more ripple and less fall, like that. So there we go, with a bit of glitter. You could actually, bearing in mind it could be falling really fast, you could put some of the puffy paint at the bottom of the bit where it falls. Certainly worth having a play with that. But there you are. That is today's By the Seat of Your Pants card. So let me flip the camera up to say my goodbyes properly. Get my mouse to wake up again. Hello, it's me. Right. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Sherry. So let's bring this up so that we can see it. That side. Yes, that side. I hope you found that helpful, interesting. Either side. Doesn't matter which side. Hope you found that helpful, interesting, all that good stuff. Simple Stamping Saturday has already been recorded, please. All I've got to do is write the blog post, take the photos. It's been uploaded, I know. It's madness. So I will be back on Saturday, and then of course Top Tip Tuesday, Tuesday Live, and I've got some other videos to drop in along the way as well. But do go and check out my Instagram account, which is Liz Yuille, one word, _ Old Stables Crafts, one word, _ So Liz Yuille _ Old Stables Crafts _ I'm having great fun doing some reels, and I've got what am I doing today? The one with the cardigan on. I will be uploading shortly. So thank you very much indeed for joining me. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. That would be fan-dabby-dozy. If you're watching on replay, any questions you can add below the description bar, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Otherwise, I will see you all soon, I hope. Have a fantastic rest of your day, night, morning, wherever we are. And I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.